Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's most Thanksgiving music nerd. Today is Thanksgiving in America, and on Thanksgiving we like to eat and watch football and pretend that the interactions our ancestors had with the native people of this land were peaceful. Now, it's customary not to work on Thanksgiving, but I'm doing a video because this isn't work, this is fun. Are you kidding me? Besides, for a lot of my audience, it's not even Thanksgiving. I mean, look at all those people watching. Though Bolivia and Paraguay really have to pick up the pace. You would think all that white means the people in Greenland are not watching, but it's actually just really cold up there, and that's why. On yesterday's video, which was pretty crappy, I asked for some request ideas, some review ideas, and I got an interesting one from Explosions from My Butt. What? That's his real YouTube name. I'm not talking about Explosions from My Butt. I hate Cal Chester. Well, Explosion said that I should stop doing requests and do some more underground stuff, which maybe I agree with. Maybe not necessarily underground stuff, but just kind of stuff that I want to do, which usually ends up being underground stuff. And yeah, I've been a little burnt out on requests lately, but I can't give them up completely. Requests are part of what makes the channel expand and grow. It's part of what makes the channel dynamic. It introduces me to a lot of music that I wouldn't have heard otherwise. But I can't lose the main focus of this channel, which is introducing you to music that you don't know yet. Though it's actually really getting hard to find music all of you don't know. I mean, there are almost 13,000 of you. That's almost like a million. But I do realize I have to make a mix of this. I have to review some requests, but then again, I also have to review stuff that is really only tickling my fancy, just to keep a smile on my face and sanity in my brain. I will keep reading your comments and suggestions and taking them seriously. They're part of what makes the needle drop fresh. It's what keeps me from just reviewing one kind of music. Although I'm not really sure if I'm going to be tackling the new My Chemical Romance album. I have enjoyed some of their earlier stuff, but I'm pretty sure if I did that, there might be a revolt among some of my needle drops. Well, anyway, B. Mio Amico says that I am constantly unimpressed, which is not true. I am unimpressed by a lot of things, but one thing I am impressed by is this new Glasser LP, Ring. Glasser had a few songs floating around the blogosphere earlier this year, one of the first of them, which was Home, and that track I wasn't too impressed with. I just thought it wasn't for me, and I gave it a seriously premature pass, which I just shouldn't have. Well, a friend of mine actually booked the band to play live in a city near me, and I thought I'd be supportive. Why not? Just go out to the show, and my mind was blown. Seriously. It was a great show. I had a fantastic time, and I bought their album right on the spot there, convinced that even though I thought that this band wasn't for me, what I saw go down on stage in front of me was so good the album couldn't possibly be bad. So Glasser is really the solo project of Cameron Messereau. She had an EP on True Panther Sounds last year, which included a few songs that were reworked for this album. And so what the f makes this so great? To me, the music on this is something you might hear if you were in the jungle and stumbled upon a tribe, a communal tribe of women, forgotten in time, but they somehow are able to write songs using nothing but electronic drums, synths, and MIDI controllers. On that foundation, Cameron sings these really otherworldly lyrics, and I absolutely love her voice. The vocals on this album are great. She doesn't have a thick and bassy voice, but there's a lot of force there. She sings with a lot of power, a lot of clarity, and a lot of strength. And she does a lot of experimentation on this album too with her voice. There are points where she is squawking, which I really love. It doesn't hurt the ears, but it's just another really interesting sound to add to this album. There are points where she's chanting. There are points where she is harmonizing with her own vocals using multi-tracks, but her voice is so dynamic. She's able to sing in so many octaves that it doesn't sound like you're just hearing the same person sing over and over and over. It doesn't sound redundant. It's very fresh. Plus, as kind of an added bonus, there's a lot of extra instrumentation on this thing too. Strings, there's also a great saxophone on one track here. I'd say if you're looking for something really simple, straightforward, heavy-handed with the hooks, immediate, you may want to pass on this. Even though there are moments on here that are kind of earworms for me that I just can't get out of my head, like the freaking chorus on MIRRORAGE. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But if you're looking for something really rhythmic, really hypnotic, very primal, then this should most definitely do the trick. Or I could just take the easy way out and compare this to Bjork, Viva Ray, and Laurie Anderson. The whole thing lasts about 38 minutes, 9 tracks, but it feels so much longer to me than that. It's so easy for me to just get caught up in these tracks. And it's not hard to see why. The sounds on here are so lush, so thick, so heavy. The bass rumbles, the drums hit really hard, and the instrumentation surrounding those things is just mixed very, very well. I think my only real complaint about the LP is that sometimes the synthesizers, the extra instrumentation sounds really, really synthetic. And that's because it is. And even though I'm okay with the instrumentation being mostly synthesized, sometimes I kind of don't like facing that harsh reality. Although it is kind of an interesting juxtaposition to hear this music that feels so primal, created by this very modern technology. Maybe that's the point. Either way, it's a really minor issue. I'm loving the album from start to finish, and I'm giving this thing a huge endorsement. I'm going to put it on the love list. It's growing with me on each listen, and at this point right now I'm feeling like a strong 8 to a light 9 on it. It's really, really freaking good. And that's the review, guys. Stay sexy. I'll see you later. If you're from America, have a happy Thanksgiving, and Glasser, ring forever.